Hello and good evening to all of you once again. So yesterday we discussed about the December month Pratiyogita darpan. Today I will be discussing the November month. As I have told you, the month November, if written on the magazine, it means the information will be related to the month of
before 2 months,
yes. So
September.
yes, September month's information will be given there. By the way, in the December month, there are some informations which I haven't touched. So it is your responsibility as all the things cannot be covered. So as of this November month Pratyukta Darpan is concerned, before this I want to discuss one idea which has been coined by our Prime Minister in the COP28, which uh, was held in UAE in Dubai. The 12th of December was the last day, or the you can say the concluding day of. So in this COP28, the Prime Minister of our country, he coined a term called green
Credit card.
credit. Any idea what this green credit is and why it is so very significant for India and also for the world?
इसमें बहुत पौधे लगाने पड़ते हैं, जल संरक्षण करना पड़ता है, बहुत सारी आठ आठ चीजें हैं इसमें.
But what is the word credit stands here? What do you mean by credit? It is a by
Carbon
and
उत्सर्जन.
large, yeah, but by and large idea that
Carbon
we
उत्सर्जन.
have to plant the trees, afforestation, so on and so forth. Actually, look, in order to understand the green credit, you please understand what the carbon credit was. What was happening in the carbon credit, because look, in this you can say in the 21st century, if there is any problem which is the most disturbing one, I always say in my lectures that that problem is the climate change. This carbon trading was happening in order to control the greenhouse gas emissions. And as this carbon dioxide is a threatening gas. So what was being done, that if you are reducing the carbon emission, so you were being provided the carbon credit, or you can say a sort of you can say a sort of bonus you are being provided. For your understanding, I'm using this term. So and that carbon credit, let's assume you contributed something positive to the nature, where you scored one carbon credit, and one carbon credit was equivalent to the 1000 kilogram carbon dioxide. So it means you helped to this nature by not contributing this 1000 kilogram carbon dioxide. So you got the one carbon credit or one point. Now what happens, that this point one you can trade in the international market, and whosoever will purchase, he will pay you the money. He will pay you the money. It depends what is the rate at that point of time. So you are getting the money. I mean, that those points will be converted in the form of the money when the purchasers will purchase. In the same way, the same analogy can be applied here. The green credit, actually the carbon credit was related to the carbon only, the carbon emission. But this green credit has a bigger ambit. And this green credit, as I have told you, has been coined by your Prime Minister in COP28. So this the bigger areas, there are 8 segments, you can say. There are total 8 areas. For instance, the tree plantation is one of them. Waste management is also one of them. Soil conservation, water conservation, the construction of building should be happen in green way, and some other segments. So in these segments, what you will do, for instance, let's take the example, this tree plantation. So if you are planting the tree by going or on the bank of river Yamuna or anywhere, the big trees, so what will happen that you first of all, there is a mechanism that you have to go to the government department and you have to enroll yourself. I'm not going to discuss that mechanism. What will happen when you will perform this kind of activity, you will get the green credit the way people were getting carbon credit, and that was being traded in the international market. So because you are helping in order to make the planet happy and positive in nature, so on against this contribution you will get some green credits, and the same thing will happen, that green credit you can trade in the market and there will be some buyers who will purchase, and in return you can get the money and you can become richer, and you can say that पैसा पेड़ पे उगता है. So you can earn the money by planting the trees, you can earn the money by conserving the soil, you can earn the money by water conservation, you can earn the money when the construction of your building is happening on the equations of the nature, so on and so forth. So that is the idea of the green credit, so that we could protect our planet against this climate change and against these kinds of adversities. So if all the countries who participated in the COP28, they are believing and executing on this idea, then certainly we can get a better future. One institute which is important, by the way, this green credit program will be taken care by the Ministry of Environment. And there is one more organization which will be administering. I mean, let's assume you want to plant the trees, then where you have to go to register yourself. That institute is ICFRE. Yes, and where it is located? In Dehradun. The full form of this ICFRE, Institute
Conservation.
It
Conservation
is
of Forest and Research Education.
yes, it is Indian Council Forest
Research
and Education. It is not institute, it is Indian Council of Forest Research and Education. So this is the body which will administering this green credit program. All right, so this was as far as this green credit. Actually nowadays everyone is discussing this green credit, so I thought I must throw some light on this green credit. You can relate it with carbon credit and you will understand easily what actually this green credit is and how you can become richer by believing on this idea. पैसा पेड़ पे उगता है. Now let's come in this November month Pratiyogita darpan. So I will be discussing some of the important things, and the very first one is related to the ASEAN summit. ASEAN summit? Any idea where it happened?
Jakarta.
Yes, the capital of Indonesia. This ASEAN was founded when and through which mechanism? The idea of this ASEAN was coined in the 1967 through the Bangkok Declaration. Okay, Bangkok. Bangkok is the capital of
Malaysia.
no.
Thailand.
Yes. So Bangkok, through Bangkok Declaration, this ASEAN was brought into light. As of now, ASEAN is the collection of 10 countries. By the way, India is not the part of this ASEAN group. Why India is not part of this ASEAN? What is so special about India that India did not get the opportunity? By the way, there are some books based on this international politics. I'm forgetting the name of the writer who wrote that during the time of Indira Gandhi, she got the opportunity to be the part of this ASEAN, but she denied or something. But the answer, which is technical in nature, that this ASEAN, it is an acronym. The full form of is
Asian Southeast.
yes, Southeast Asian nation. So Southeast is there. The word, this Southeast.
Dakshin Purvi.
Yes, but the India is the part of what? South Asia, not the Southeast Asia. So geographically, we are not coming in this shadow or in this criteria. We are not fulfilling the criteria to be the part of the Southeast Asia. Association of Southeast Asian nations. So India is not the part of. That's why means India is not the member of. By the way, India is a full dialogue partner. We can participate in the dialogues which happens under the banner of this ASEAN. As far as the countries are concerned, so you can remember, and I think this trick is given almost everywhere, and that is TV clip MBBS. Okay, TV clip MBBS. The T stands for Thailand, V stands for Vietnam, C stands for Cambodia, L Laos, I Indonesia, P Philippines, M Myanmar, B Burma. No, Myanmar is already there. B Brunei, and this B
Bangladesh.
no, Bangladesh is not the part of it. And S?
Singapore.
Yes, Singapore. Okay, so don't get confused with this Sri Lanka. Okay, Singapore. Okay, now your work is still remaining. What is the remaining B stands for? So this was something about this ASEAN summit. The main thing is this, that the summit took place in Jakarta, in the capital of Indonesia. This Bangkok Declaration 1967. India is not the part of this ASEAN, and 10 countries are the part of this ASEAN nation. There is a person, his name is Rahul Naveen. Okay, by the way, this is one name. Don't think Rahul is separate and Naveen is separate. Rahul Naveen. Why this person came in the limelight? Any idea? Rahul Naveen. Actually, look, there was a time when people used to say, please sleep, otherwise Gabbar will come. A very famous character of the Sole movie. Nowadays, the situation has become so tensed that people are saying that please keep quiet, otherwise ED will come. Enforcement Directorate. So this Rahul Naveen has been appointed as the acting director. Okay, I'm emphasizing the word acting director. The meaning of acting director means he is not a full time. He will remain as a full time until we are appointing a permanent or a full time director. But whatever the matter is, Rahul Naveen is enjoying all the powers which will be enjoyed by a full-time director who will be appointed in the near future. And until the full-time director is appointed, this Rahul Naveen will be taking care of everything of this ED. Any idea Enforcement Directorate comes under which ministry? Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Home Affairs, Ministry of Personnel, Ministry of Agriculture. Yes, I was expecting this answer because I myself, when I was going through, I thought that no, it should be within the Ministry of Home Affairs. As who is the Home Minister? Mr.
Amit Shah.
Yes, Amit Shah. People think that he is very courageous and powerful person, so he must be having these kinds of institutions in his control. But you will be little surprised that this enforcement directorate does not come under this Home Affairs. It is the part of the Finance Ministry. So Nirmala Sitharaman is the ultimate authority of this enforcement directorate, as it tackles the matter related to this money laundering and these sorts of things. So this Rahul Naveen, that's why he came in the news. Two places which have been added as the UNESCO World Heritage Site. The one is Shanti Niketan, and the other one is Hoysala's temple. This Shanti Niketan is located inside West Bengal. There was a time when we used to say that what Bengal thinks today, India thinks tomorrow. That time, the people like Rabindranath Tagore, which is very much related to this Shanti Niketan, and his father Devendranath Tagore. That time the Bengal used to be the nervous center during this 1857 revolution and later on Swadeshi movement and all. This Shanti Niketan, this was, you can say, founded or established this place by the father of Rabindranath Tagore, because his father was passing by and he saw that what a peaceful place is. By the way, the literal meaning of Shanti Niketan, Shanti stands for the peace, and Niketan, which is the synonym which will be asked in the review officer's examination, alay or house or abode. So the peace, means a place where peace resides. So this Shanti Niketan, which is located in West Bengal, has been made the part of this UNESCO World Heritage Site number 41. Within this Shanti Niketan, what Rabindranath Tagore, because his father Devendranath Tagore, and after his father, this Rabindranath Tagore, he also started a university that is called Vishwa Bharati. So this Vishwa Bharati University is also within this Shanti Niketan. Rabindranath Tagore was awarded with the Nobel Prize for in literature. I think he was the first person who got the Nobel Prize in the field of literature in 13. In 1911, the capital was shifted from Bengal to, from this to Delhi. In 1913, he was awarded this Nobel Prize for his writing Gitanjali, if I'm not wrong, and became the first person in India who got the Nobel Prize in literature. Okay. So this was about the Shanti Niketan. The next is Hoysala temples. These Hoysalas temples were constructed during the 11th and 12th century. The capital of, the name of the capital was Halebit. Dwar Samundar. Yes. By the way, that is the a matter of history. So we need to remember these two names: the Shanti Niketan as the 41st site which has been the part of this UNESCO World Heritage, and the second is Hoysala, constructed in the 11th and 12th century. Could you tell me what kind of benefit we get when anything is recognized as a World Heritage Site?
संरक्षित किया जाता है.
Actually, look, what happens that if anything is being recognized through the lenses of UNESCO as a World Heritage Site, so they become very significant for us. It becomes our compulsion to protect them, to conserve them, because now the whole world will be watching them. It is like a GI tag. Nobody knew the Bengali Rasagulla, but a time came when the GI tag, or there are so many things which has been. So once they get attached with this GI tag, the thing remains same, but our perception completely gets changes. To look at it, to feel at it, and to consider about it. The same thing, this anything which is being recognized, so it means that thing is quite significant. That's why it's like getting the Nobel Prize for these places. By the way, these places do not have the power the way human being speaks. Otherwise, they would be experience the same kind of pride and the happiness which we feel when we are awarded with Nobel or any other award. So these two places, apart from this, what happens that the UNESCO also provides the assistance and sometimes the financial assistance as well to conserve them and to protect them. So that's why the government of the respective countries wants to enroll as many sites as possible in the UNESCO or as a World Heritage Site. So Rahul Naveen World Heritage Sites ASEAN, this green credit Other than that, some indexes are there, and the very first index is related to the AQLI. AQLI. It is an acronym of what? Air Quality Life Index 2023. Air Quality Life Index 2023. This index, any idea it is released by whom? It is released by a university, and that university is that one where Swami Vivekananda went.
Chicago.
Yes, where he got the 0 second time, and that 0 second never got in that. So this Chicago, by the way, the spelling of Chicago is somewhat different. Okay. Chicago University releases this AQLI, Air Quality Life Index. According to this Air Quality Life Index, which is released by Chicago University, Delhi has been declared as the most polluted capital anywhere on the planet Earth. Anywhere on the planet Earth. Delhi, where we have been living for last, I don't want to figure out, otherwise people will think what the hell they have been doing for last so many years. So Delhi is the worst place to live. I mean, in terms of this air pollution. The report has also suggested that anyone who is living in Delhi and willing to live in Delhi, his life expectancy will be reduced by 11.9 years. 11.9 years. So if anybody has the capacity to live till 80, he will die in less than 70 or somewhere around 68. So this is the sweet poison through which we are going. So this AQLI Chicago University, it should be an eye opener for us and for everybody, so that we could do something to mitigate. By the way, I mean, our Prime Minister has coined this green credit. I think it will certainly contribute something. So this AQLI released by Chicago University, where Delhi has been declared the most disturbing capital in terms of air pollution. One more index is, and that is World Economic Freedom Index or Economic Freedom World Index. Economic Freedom World Index 2023. This is released by whom or which organization? Economic Freedom, yes?
World Bank.
No.
IMF.
No. This is released by a think tank that is called Fraser Institute. Fraser, in Patna there is also a Fraser Road. By the way, there was, one Britisher in India, his name was Fraser, who did something in the field of this police reform or something like this. So Fraser institution belongs to, I think it belongs to Canada. Okay, so this Fraser Institute will be releasing or has released this Economic Freedom Index 2023. India stands in 87th position out of 165 countries. which have been evaluated by this Fraser Institute. And the top position,
Singapore,
yes, Singapore. And the second one,
Hong Kong,
maybe, but I think Singapore is, I am sure, comes in the first position. And I think, yes, Hong Kong is, anyway, nobody remembers in the history who was second. We know only the Neil Armstrong. But he was not alone. He had two friends as well. So this Economic Freedom Index 2023 and this Air Quality Life Index 2023, two places of UNESCO World Heritage. Rahul Naveen, Green Credit. What else is remaining? By the way, there are so many things which I haven't discussed, but my idea is to develop a sort of interest to go through by yourself, no matter it is current affair or it is anything, because I think there was a very famous philosopher, Aristotle, told that a teacher can teach a lesson a day or two lessons in a day, but if he develops the curiosity within his students, then his students will themselves start studying and they will themselves cover the rest of the journey, as Buddha's philosophy, be the lamp unto yourself. So we are just giving a sort of helping hand. At the end of the day, the journey will be covered by individually by all of us in order to get the success in our respective lives. Namaskar.